Hey everybody, I'm Tori Townley. Welcome to the Kaleidoscope Eyes podcast. Thank you guys so much just for listening and following this journey that we're on. I'm so excited and I'm loving every minute of it, all the people I'm getting to meet and just the beautiful stories and lives we're getting to celebrate together. So if you have someone that you would like to nominate or your own story, or if you just know somebody who you think it would be great to celebrate their lives, please let me know. I would love to get to know them. This is an adventure for me. This is an adventure for all of us. It's just really the heart of learning about other people and encountering them and reflecting them. So I just wanted to open that up. Today, I do not have a guest in person, but I have a story that I came across from a couple years ago that I just really feel like it shaped a lot of my perspective, and it's kind of just a big piece of my journey, continuing to just love people and be in awe of what God is doing. And so while this person is not here, I believe he is truly here in spirit. And so I just wanted to read something from one of my journals. This is from a mission trip that I took recently to the Los Angeles Dream Center. So it was actually just last year, 2017. It was like back in the spring. And so I'm just going to read it, and hopefully it'll encourage you guys. This is not going to be a very long episode, which probably everybody's thankful for. I love quick ones sometimes. So just enjoy this and let it soak into your heart. So this is from, again, like I said, my journal entry in March of 2017. It says, "I found my treasure of treasures today," and at Skid Row, of course. "His name is Lonnie. I came to kneel beside him, and his friend felt in to offer them some chips. After a few minutes of sweet good morning talk, Mr. Lonnie looked me in the eyes and said, 'I see your heart.' He began encouraging me, talking about life and how he sees it. He wasn't just a smooth talker either. He was real. He was dressed in a button-down shirt, a bow tie, and a fedora, and he had the best smile ever. His eyes actually had a bluish tint. I asked what he was so dressed up for, and he never really answered, but I found out that he loves to play music, piano, jazz, all that stuff. He said he was part of the Los Angeles Dream Center discipleship program in the 90s, and he said it was definitely structured, but it helped him get to the next place in his life. And now he chooses to come to Skid Row because he wants to love people and not forget that he was once there too. The wisdom he spoke, I can't even recount, but he was different than anyone I've ever met. There was such a sparkle in his eyes. After about 20 minutes of conversation, he stood to meet someone else. When he stood up, he revealed a sight walking stick that was folded underneath him. And when he got back, I felt like we were friends enough that I could ask him what it was for. And he proudly popped it up, because it was like one of those little fold down ones. He popped it up fully and handed it to me and explained that he was blind. My jaw literally dropped. I swear, he was staring 100% into my eyes, like not guessing the general direction. Like if you ever talk to a blind person, like they know, they hear your voice and stuff, and they look generally at you. But this man locked eyes with me. I'm not even joking. But he said, like earlier, he had said, he sees me. He sees my heart. And he said sometimes people ask to pray for healing in his eyes, and he politely answers them, "Check the plank in your own eye before offering to remove mine." He said, "You see, my eyesight has been gone. My eyesight being gone has allowed me to see the supernatural like never before. I used to be embarrassed and angry, but now I see it as a blessing." He talked about loving people and even animals and just recognizing the simplest blessings God sends us each day. He spoke about bearing fruit and flourishing as trees because others need us. They need our stable roots. They need us to give fruit. They need us to thrive. And he also listened. He allowed me to chime in from time to time, and he valued my words. He spoke life over me. I'm halfway convinced he was an angel, but I was also and continue to be in awe of the beauty that is possible to be found in a human being. Like, it was, if that's what humanly life can look like each day, holy cow. Like, if our life can look that way each and every day as humans, that's insane. So he was my treasure today, one I'll remember always. He saw me. A blind man saw me. I swear he stared into what I thought were my eyes, but was really my soul. So that's just a story that obviously it wrecked me. I remember it like it was yesterday, which it was last year, so it's still fresh. But it was a beautiful day. We were walking around Skid Row. Jenna Kennedy from the LA Dream Center, shout out. She was awesome. She led us that day. And a lot of our team, it was their first time out there. And that was a day that I had learned some new factors in the art of loving people. Jenna told us, ask if you can take a picture with someone, not of them, after you've gotten to know them a little bit. And she also told us, introduce yourself before asking them their name. So it was just little things I was learning, and I was just like so excited. Like, this is so cool. And really it shaped like how I've interacted with people since then. And I remember just like, you walk into this park, it's the daytime. I love Skid Row. I've been there a few times. So I wasn't like, oh my gosh, in culture shock. I was just looking for people, like, who's my treasure today? And Mr. Lonnie just stuck out. And I remember just kneeling beside them with freaking chips. Like, there's nothing special about chips, but it opened up that conversation. And I will never forget that man looking into my eyes. Swear. And he just saw my spirit. And like I said, he wasn't a sweet talker. You might meet some people who are a little flirtatious, or they're just, they know the right words to say. You're like, oh yeah, I love Jesus. Let me preach for a while. And that's cool. But he was genuinely on fire for God. He was genuinely just so thankful for the gift of life. And he was just out there loving people. He was like the pastor of this place. He met everyone. He loved on everybody. He didn't condemn them. He was just dressed up, loving his days, loving the people, and encouraged me. I was there to encourage him, and he encouraged me. And just to have someone who can't see in the flesh, like, read your soul, was incredible. And that's really the heart of this podcast, this Kaleidoscope Eyes thing, is to just see people with the heart of heaven, with the eyes of heaven. And the world gets cloudy, flesh gets cloudy, that we see like dimly right now, but with the eyes of heaven, we can see the truth in the heavenly and the spiritual realm. So like I said, super, super quick episode today, but it's just a story I thought would encourage everybody. And I just want to let you know, like, you're anointed. Like, pause and look deeper. Don't let circumstances take you down. If God has allowed you to have something like blindness or something less literal, just if you feel like you have a crutch, just look deeper. Like, that could be a portal to your miracle and your heaven and your ministry to other people. And so just take it from Mr. Lonnie. There is beauty everywhere, and the world needs you to flourish. The world needs you to see them. And just like he valued me and let me speak and valued my words and saw me, people need you to see them too. So that's my encouragement for today. Mr. Lonnie, if you ever were to see this or hear this, we honor you and thank you so much for who you are and the treasure that you are to my life and now everybody else's. So thank you guys so much for listening in, watching today. I hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time. Kaleidoscope Eyes. Bye.